everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good.
That's good. Everybody having a good day so far?
Yeah, it's going okay.
Okay, that's good. Why don't we go around and say our names and let's see our favorite animal.
I'll start. I'm Sophia, and my favorite animal is a cat.
Okay.
I'm Emily, and my favorite animal is an elephant.
Oh, it looks like you're muted.
Sorry. I'm Brooke, and my favorite animal is a dog.
Okay.
I'm Olivia, and my favorite animal is a goat.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, it's great to see everyone smiling today. Thank you for your responses. All right, well, my name is Miss Brown, and I will be your facilitator in this trauma support group. My job is to help you meet your goals in this process and just kind of help you guys grow and maintain more skills that are needed for you to cope with different challenges that you're facing. I have received the confidentiality agreement from everyone, so I'll just cap that. But this agreement says that whatever you say stays between me and stays within the group and doesn't affect the group. And it's for the safety of those who are here and for your own safety. We also have, and so it doesn't harm anyone else. We also have the consent agreement that I received from everyone. And this basically states, if you or I want to have an additional party to come discuss like any situation or any challenges, that, it'll be okay between, the group and every individual. Does anyone have any questions about that?
Am I allowed to quit the group if I don't want to do it anymore?
I can't force you to stay within the group. This was suggested by your counselors. You all referred here, so this would be important for your own growth. And I want to help you guys see that it's not just something that you just be a part of just because, but it's something that will benefit you. If you don't feel like this is helping, you feel free to talk to me individually, and we can try to come up with something. But this is something that I feel that your treatment group felt it was necessary for you to be a part of. I'm not here to tell you all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I'm not a guru in life, and I'm just here to help you to provide whatever support is needed to you to establish the growth and the skills that are needed for you to accomplish. I think that you guys will become surprised by the end of our session, or by our last session. We will leave here, having some form of culture here. But before any of that, happens, we always have to understand our boundaries, what we're willing to share, what we're willing to do or say within the group. And I think it's important that, we're establishing maybe some rules. Is there anything that anybody can think of that, would help guide the process? What do you think?
I don't want anyone to know that I'm in this group, so I'd be more comfortable just not talking to one another outside of it, just because I'm afraid that someone will ask me about it or how I know you all.
That makes a lot of sense, and that's perfectly fine. Does anybody else feel that way?
I feel this.
I agree.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Now we're on agreement. We will keep everything within the group. I want to ask you, girls, why do you think that we are here today?
I think it's good for us to talk about these problems that we're having and how we can deal with them in our own ways.
I think it's important because a lot of my relationships have had a negative toll taken on them after my experience. So I hope this will help me repair those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that it will help me learn how to deal with my problems. Besides, acting out on them.
So
Or
like
knowing
your
how to deal
like
with
your behaviors,
Yeah.
learning how to um, have more productive behaviors, responses. Okay.
Basically, I guess I would say, like, I'm hoping that this is a way for me to cope, and also it's good that I can relate to other people in the group because I don't feel like other people around me have been able to relate so far.
Yes, that can be a struggle, you know, going through something and not having somebody you can really talk to about it. It doesn't seem like they'll care as much or they'll relate as much or understand. And, not everyone can completely understand someone at 100%, but sometimes it is easier talking to those people who've gone through similar experiences. So I completely understand that. I do. So yeah, these are all really good answers. Good thoughts. Well, I want to go over something that I feel, is a common concern for everyone that's here. We want to address the challenges that we've been through and, reduce patterns of any type of disturbed behavior or like norms or things that we've learned on the way. And we want to help, we want to help each other become more responsive, like appropriately responsive, and deal with things that are very hard and overwhelming for us. And, but find coping strategies and the process to improve daily functioning, and just cope with everyday life.
I would say my biggest barrier is I'm not really an open person, so I don't really want to talk to anybody about the issue. So my counselor, she told me that this would be the easiest way to talk to someone. So
Okay, so can I ask a question? You all feel uncomfortable talking this about anyone else. Why do you feel uncomfortable?
I mean, like when I talk to my parents about it, they'll just kind of tell me to like get over it and that it's not that big of a deal, and it really just invalidates my experiences, and they don't really like offer any constructive solutions, and so I just kind of feel like there's nothing I can do about it.
So you still feel like they're understanding?
No, like I try to explain it to them, but they just don't really get what's going on.
What do you think is the worst thing that could happen if you were to tell someone about something you went through?
that they would judge me.
Okay, well, thank you all for your responses. I hope you found, any of this helpful, did you start thinking about some things, you wanted to begin talking about and discussing with this group?
Hi guys, so this is going to be the intervention phase. So with this, I just want to do a small activity just so we can start getting to know each other more. So what I want you guys to do is think of one thing that is stressful to you, and then think of one thing that you look forward to. So during this activity, I want each of you to pay attention to how you talk and how does it feel to speak, and yeah. So basically, how does it feel to talk about something that is stressful and talk about something that is positive? And then after you all tell me one thing that is stressful and one thing that is positive, or one thing that you look forward to, I will then ask you guys a couple questions. So whoever's ready to start.
I can go first.
Okay.
Something that is stressful to me is definitely like my schoolwork and just trying to stay on top of all of that and make sure that I'm doing it all right and getting it all in on time. And then something positive is, I guess, just I don't know, hanging out with my cat. They just help me feel better.
Something that's stressful to me is kind of feeling like I have like this big secret around my family. But something that I look forward to is the same as Sophia, is playing with my cat. It's a big stress reliever for me.
I guess something that's stressful to me is not feeling like I have any friends or anyone to lean on anymore or like talk to. But something positive is like working out or like staying busy in that way.
I think that I'm most stressed about my schoolwork. Um, and I don't know, it's not really the schoolwork that I'm stressed about. It's just like sometimes it's a lot, and I know that if I just do it, it'll be fine. But I feel like I just get so worried about other things. Like I don't really want to ask anybody for help. I don't know, I get stressed about talking to people about it. So I don't really like to talk about it. I look forward to um our next break for vacation. I like being with my family.
Okay, those are all good. So, how did you all feel when speaking during this exercise?
When I was talking about what I was stressed about, I felt like I just really didn't want to talk about it. Really, this was kind of hard just to get it out. But when I was talking about when I was talking about what I was looking forward to, I just kind of felt more relieved. Because I knew that I'm gonna get a break soon. So yeah.
Yeah, trying to think of something that stresses me out definitely made me feel a little anxious. And it's kind of hard to think of something that I look forward to, just because, like I said earlier, I just don't have a lot of motivation to do anything most days.
Yeah, it was just kind of like hard to pick just one thing for both of them, like the negative and the positives, because there's just like so much in both aspects of my life.
I think I kind of agree with Sophia. Like the, I mean, it's hard to pick just one, and it also, like going back to what Takia said, it also just didn't make you. You also just kind of didn't want to share because it was like a negative thing. So.
Mhm. So during our sessions, we're going to be doing more activities like this. So hopefully over time, it will begin to get easier. So how did you all feel when listening during this exercise? So listening to your other peers talk about their stress or what they look forward to.
I like hearing about what other people had to look forward to because it kind of gave me like ideas of things. Like working out, I don't really work out, but that works for Olivia, so it could be something that I might try.
I feel like hearing everyone else's like what they were stressed about just made me realize like more about what I was stressed about, maybe more aware of it. And then I don't know, I feel like that more affected me than when everyone said what they were looking forward to.
Did you notice your mind wandering when you was listening or speaking about your stressors or what you look forward to?
I think I did. I was just picturing what they were saying, but like in my case, and I think I barely heard like their uh, what they were excited for. I had to remember to listen for that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I had a hard time focusing. I think I'm trying to think of what was stressful for me. I was just after thinking about it and saying it, I was kind of focused on that, so it was hard for me to listen to the other people.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem is that I like I like wonder, like it's hard for me to be present a lot of the time and actually like fully listen to what other people are saying.
Yeah, I definitely have a problem with just kind of like listening, but not actively listening, and just kind of like you said, like just letting my mind wander.
Mhm. So did your mind judge while listening to others talk about their stressors?
I would say no, because like we're all here for the same reason, like we all went through traumatic experiences, and I feel like a big part of that is we have to empathize with each other and like put ourselves in the other person's shoes and understand what they went through.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there was like judgment felt. It was more just like relatable than anything else.
The last question is, do you think mindful listening would change the way you interact with others?
I think if you're able to mindfully listen, that you can have better conversations with people because you'll take in more information about what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would. I think it would also help me emotionally, just because if I was mindfully listening to other people, I wouldn't be so wrapped up in my own thoughts about what happened to me, that I think I would feel a lot better just with the distractions.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think that like actively listening and just kind of like making sure to respond to what people are saying and like let them know that you were listening is really important, especially in like this environment.
So this exercise was basically just to have you focus on what's happening in the moment besides what happened to you or your stressor that did happen or whatever you're thinking about. So yeah, thank you for listening, and next week we'll have another intervention to talk about.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for joining me today. Today we're just going to kind of go over what might help you guys the best. So I guess the first question that I want to ask is, what do you want to achieve at the end of these sessions?
Just be happier with my relationships. I want to have one that's lasting and I can trust other people as well. I feel like I don't have a lot of trust towards other people.
My goal would just be learning how to deal with the issues that I have.
I really just want to get back on track. I just feel like a lot of things have slipped and I haven't been able to get my feet back under me yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same as Olivia. I feel like I am like a totally different person in a bad way that I was. So I just kind of want to get back to my old self.
Okay. We kind of already addressed this in the first section, but what aspects of your life, like, would you say that you're struggling in, like, academically, socially, emotionally, just whatever you think, like, you might need help on?
I feel like I'm struggling socially and academically, but I feel like that is just because emotionally I'm doing so poorly. I'm just depressed a lot of the time, so I don't have motivation for anything. So that's kind of like the heart of it, I guess.
I kind of think all of them, honestly. Like, I feel like if you struggle with one, then they all kind of follow.
This is my social life, and I feel like that it has a kind of affected my emotional health.
I would say emotionally, they're all affected, but I think I'm more affected by the emotional.
All right. Besides, like, going to your counselor, what resources have you guys utilized in the past, if any, to kind of help get through these experiences?
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
This is pretty much the only resource that I've been given so far. So
Yeah, this is like the main resource that I've utilized. I've tried to reach out to my friends, but a lot of them just basically turn their back on me. So
Yeah, I've tried to reach out to friends, but I just don't have very healthy relationships with the people I'm reaching out apparently. So I guess that's why I'm here.
All right. All right, and then my last question is, do you guys think that throughout the course of these sessions you could kind of find a way to like help yourself with building a support system, whether that's like through your family or your friends or general like loved ones that can help you outside of this group?
I mean, I don't think I can do it by myself.
Mhm.
And I don't think my family really wants to like help me.
I'm hoping that maybe this group will help. We haven't been through the same thing, but since we've been through similar things, I feel like the people in this group will be able to relate to me more than anyone else. So I'm hoping that this can be like a support for me.
Mhm.
I haven't really tried to reach out to my family about my issues, so maybe this can give me tools to do that.
yeah, I think like in a perfect world, my parents would know about it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. But that may change as the group goes on. So
Right. And that's definitely one of the purposes of this group, is to try and help you guys realize that like there are resources out there for you, and even if people in your life may not actively support you, there are other ways to get the help that you might need. So that's really what this is all about. And that is all the questions that I had. So thank you guys.
All right, so hey everybody. Just as we wrap up this first session together, I just want to go through each of you and just do a checkout with you. Just, a word that kind of sums up how you're feeling after the session today. And then also something that you learned for the session, just like a takeaway or something that you want to work on throughout the rest of these sessions. So just take a minute to think about that, and whenever you're ready.
I really want to work on listening to others and not being so focused on, what I'm worried about, being able to take my mind off of my problems and being able to help someone and hear them, because I know that I want to be heard. So it would be nice for me to know how to do that. I'm feeling, I'm feeling a little just calm, I guess.
Okay.
I think I would say encouraged.
Okay. What's a takeaway that you had from today?
That I guess like I'm not alone in what I'm feeling. Like a lot of us are feeling the exact same way about like school and family and relationships, and it just makes you feel more normal for what you're like going through.
I would say that my takeaway word would probably be anxious, just because I'm not really sure like how this is gonna go and what it'll do. But I think the takeaway is just kind of like making sure that we support each other and like help each other through this, because like we're all kind of new to it.
Okay. I think that's definitely valid to be anxious. It's something that you've never had to do before, and definitely can have those anxious feelings associated with it. But hopefully those go down after every group session as you get more comfortable.
I think my takeaway is knowing that I'm not the only one that has an issue going on. So I have other people that can relate to me. One takeaway word that I would say would be I guess I feel positive that this session or this group will help me.
Yeah, having each other can be super helpful, especially since a few of you said that you didn't have any social support in what you're going through. So hopefully that can be something that is really helpful to you and can help you not only emotionally, but also just in other aspects of your life. So I'm glad to hear from everybody. One thing I did want to ask was basically anything that you want to see from me as the facilitator, any characteristics that you think are important in a group leader, any basically kind of at the beginning we talked about the rules for the group, but basically kind of like rules for me, things that you would want me to do during our time together.
I guess just making sure you can be a mediator, I guess, just in case people's feelings get overwhelmed. We're all stay safe, I guess.
Additionally to that, not seeming biased or like you favor someone else over the other person, because I don't know, maybe you just understand them more.
Yeah. With this, being the type of group that it is going to get emotional at times. But that's kind of one of the things that we're here to learn is how to cope when things get really emotional and when you kind of get overwhelmed with those negative emotions. And, I can assure you that I'm not biased towards anyone here. You all are equally important to me, and your process with this group are all equally important. So kind of on that note, just, being in this group today and just from this first session, I see a lot of positive things about each of you individually. You're all so strong for having to go through what you did. It's more than what anyone should have to go through. And being able to come to this group and seek help is a really big first step and is really brave. So I hope we can continue having these productive group sessions as we go along. And I hope that you all can feel safe and that you can trust me. And hopefully you all can grow.
How's everyone doing today? I'm really glad that we've been able to work together over the past few months, and it's been a pleasure getting to know each and every one of you, and I've enjoyed working with you and watching you all grow relationships with one another. I guess to start off today, I would just wanted to see if you guys had anything to say to one another about the relationships that you guys have had and built with each other.
I'll go first. I think it's really great how we've kind of gone from like people who kind of knew each other from the same school who like have gone through various things to just kind of growing and helping and supporting each other throughout these past few months. I think it's been really special and I really appreciate it.
I definitely agree. I'm glad that you guys have changed your relationship from just people in passing to actually getting to know each other and being able to relate. I think that's really important.
Yeah, it's been a lot easier talking to everyone here. I don't feel overwhelmed too much when I have to talk about something, but I feel more comfortable speaking up, and I feel more comfortable, showing myself emotionally and more vulnerable towards the girls here. So it's really helped me.
Yeah, kind of the same. I feel like I've been able to connect emotionally to other people, even though we may not, be friends after this. But before I didn't have any really positive relationships with my peers. So it's been helpful to be able to have a good relationship with people in this group.
This group has helped me learn how to just talk about my problems and the issues that I have. So that's helped me a lot.
Good. I'm glad that everyone feels like they have gotten something out of it. Do you feel like you've made specific progress, like whether that's emotionally or in relationships or school-wise?
I think that I'm more comfortable talking to other people. Maybe not just like exactly what I'm struggling with, just being able to reach out and to have a conversation, and not shying away from important conversations because I see how it will affect me in the long run, and it's not bottling up my emotions.
At first, I had really no desire to talk to anyone or my family about the issues that I have. So, with this group, I think I do want to start taking the steps to talk to my family about the issues that I faced.
Yeah, I think this group has helped me be able to open up about it and not be afraid of someone, getting mad at me or feeling ashamed of it.
I agree with Emily. It's definitely helped me to just kind of come to terms with like what happened and just know that it's okay and that I'm not alone.
Great. I'm glad to hear that all of you feel like there have been definite positives that have come out of this. The next step for us, since we have been together and working together, I feel like progress not only in each of you as individuals, but together as the group. So you guys are like free to end the group since I feel like what I needed to see has been accomplished. Do you feel like you got what you were looking for, or do you feel like maybe it wasn't exactly what you expected, but you still feel like you were accomplished in the end?
Yeah, I feel like what I came in expecting, I really kind of expected like maybe an answer to just, I don't know, just to cope with everything, just looking for you to tell me the answer. But really, I just kind of figured out ways that I can help myself and, you know, rely on my supports and, just I think I found an answer in a different way, and I think it's helped me.
Good.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. There's really not an answer that I can give to anyone or to all of you to make an answer. It's more just about talking as a group, and sometimes you get the answer on your own just from speaking with others and relating to other people.
I would say that I definitely wasn't sure of my expectations going into this, but I think that it definitely helped me and gave me what I needed to kind of get through this point in my life.
Yeah, definitely wasn't what I expected. Honestly, didn't expect a lot coming into the group, but I have been able to learn a lot about coping and just like I said, being able to connect with people.
I agree. At first I just came just because I was told to come. I really didn't want to come. So being forced to come did help me learn how to deal with my issues and how to talk. And I think I've learned more than I thought I was going to learn.
Well, I know some of you may not have been super excited in the beginning, but I think that each of you were here for an obvious reason, and each of you made the group what it was, and all of you were needed individually. And it's been a pleasure working with each of you, and I wish you the best in the future, and I hope that you continue to keep your connections with one another, because I think that you all will be able to help each other, for problems in the future and anything that you might need.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Dear. Okay. Bye.